Hello, queerlings. Lee here. I hope that you are doing okay and managing in this ever more wild time that we are living in, that is 2020. I'm here in your podcast catcher today to let you know that instead of the regular release of an episode this month, History is Gay is participating in hashtag podcast Blackout and taking the time to continue educating ourselves and donating to causes in defense of Black lives. We encourage all of our listeners who are white or non-Black people of color to do the same and to continually commit to ensuring that the world knows that Black lives matter. We wanted to take this opportunity to recommend some amazing shows by Black queer creators that we encourage you to listen to, financially support if you can, and spread the word about. Instead of listening to our show this month, we encourage you to listen to the voices and stories from Black people and hopefully learn some new things. Some of our favorite podcasts that are queer and Black that we want to recommend. Our first one is Category Is, a Black gay podcast by Justin Bettis and Maurice Smith. Join them as they break down current events, Black culture, dating, food, politics, and more. Through playful banter, heated disagreements, organic dialogue, and a healthy dose of shade, this show provokes thought, starts conversations, and has fun no matter what the category is. You can also listen to QueerWOC, that's Queer WOC. Join Money and Nikita, two Black queer troublemakers, on this weekly insurgent audio syllabus that unites, ignites, and excites the queer women of color community. QueerWOC is a space for queer women and folks of color rooted in reimagining healing, organizing, and community. There's also AfroQueer, a podcast about queer Africans living, loving, surviving, and thriving on the African continent and in the diaspora. And finally, we'd like to recommend This QPOC Life, which takes a look at the world through the lens of a queer person of color. Each conversation is had with the intention of understanding how mutual and individual experiences in different marginalized groups can empower us as a larger community of whole people. And then the following shows are not explicitly queer, but they are Black created podcasts that are specifically focused around history, including Black History Buff Podcast. The Black History Buff Podcast is a fun and thrilling journey through time, covering the full historical tapestry of the African diaspora. You'll hear tales covering everything from African samurai to pistol-wielding poets. More than just a podcast, the show is a bridge that links communities through the African diaspora and enlightens and empowers its friends. And there's also Noir Histoire. Noir Histoire features Black history facts, literature, and motivational stories from across the Black diaspora. Join Natasha McEachran as she celebrates Black pride, excellence, and power all 366 days of the year. And then finally, NPR's podcast, Code Switch, we wanted to recommend. It goes all over the map. As they say, it's the fearless conversations about race that you've been waiting for. Hosted by journalists of color, this podcast tackles the subject of race head-on. They explore how it impacts every part of society, from politics and pop culture to history, sports, and everything in between. NPR has created a playlist of Code Switch episodes on Black history, which we've linked in our show notes, and we highly recommend it, specifically their episode on Black queer history through art, Some of the People Knew Magic. And lastly, before we let you go, we wanted to let you know that the coloring book project that we had announced on our Twitter a while ago is officially launching as of today. We've put up beautiful pages that have been illustrated by folks in our community up on our website, and all proceeds for these pages, you can buy them for $2 a piece for a donation. All of the proceeds will be going to the Okra Project, a collective that seeks to address the global crisis faced by Black trans people by bringing home-cooked, healthy, and culturally specific meals and resources to Black trans people wherever they can reach them. Feel free to go over to our website at historyisgaypodcast.com and click on Shop, and there you'll be taken to the coloring books page where you can download any or all of the images and then share them with us online. We really hope that you will also make your own individual donations to the Okra Project or other projects that are serving the Black trans community, like Black Trans Travel Fund or the Marsha P. Johnson Institute. We hope that you'll take this time to continue reading, donating to Black organizations. We'll link a whole bunch in the show notes that you can donate to, including bail funds, mutual aid funds, organizations that are supporting Black trans women, and stay safe, and Black Lives Matter.